You can do all the right things and they still won't like you. Hi everyone, my name's Hiba and welcome back to my channel. I feel that self-confidence and a high self-esteem is really what helps us live an easier and more fulfilling life. You may find yourself in a friend group or an environment or whoever it is, it can even be a family member, where you feel like no matter how hard you try, it just isn't enough. And ultimately we have to get to a point where we're okay with that. There are so many people on this earth, we can't expect everyone to like us. Fundamentally, what we need to focus on is us liking us. If we have faith and confidence and the knowledge in ourselves that we aren't harming anyone, we're trying our best on this earth and we're being our true authentic selves, then that's all that's really important. It's not important to change and adapt or to shrink yourself to fit in amongst a society that may not always accept you. I'm giving you that permission to be okay with not being accepted. I'm not always liked. There's certain people where I feel like I really like them and I just get the feeling and my instinct and my gut makes me feel like they just don't resonate with me. And although it can get frustrating and I can slip up sometimes, I just tap back into my self-confidence, remember who I am, remember what I believe in. And if I have the confidence in myself that I'm trying my best and that I'm just being authentically me, then that is all I can do. If your gut is telling you to do something, if your gut is saying you really should set up that social media channel, you should do your own YouTube, you should write a book, you should be a personal trainer, you should be a nutritionist, you should re-study and go back into whatever studies you want to do, then don't let your fear of other people thinking that you're not capable of it or thinking, oh wow, they've done a massive change, stop you. You can do whatever you like and you can reinvent yourself however you want, as long as it's legal and you're not hurting anyone and you're sticking to your morals and your values. When I was younger, I used to actually it's a form of self-defense. I used to actually tap into when my friends' energies would shift towards me and I would be like, oh my gosh, they seem a bit colder. They're messaging me less of a quantity. They're liking less of my Instagram posts. They're liking that person's Instagram posts and not mine. That kind of behavior and mentality is what holds you back in life, prevents you from progressing, and also is what makes you live a more difficult life. Life is tough enough as it is without making it more difficult through lack of confidence and low self-esteem. Who cares if people change their personality towards you? Who cares if a person changes their actions towards you, the way they treat you? Who cares if there are people that treat others better than they treat you? You then make the decision within yourself to decide if you want those people in your life. And if you do, then you have to categorize them in a way that benefits you and creates a harmony in your life where both parties kind of can enjoy each other's company, but no one has the power to upset the other person. So for example, if you really have fun with a specific friend, then have fun with them, but don't emotionally attach. Just put them in the category of, this is my fun friend that I really crave seeing every now and again, and I'm not going to expect them to be there through all the trials and tribulations of my life, but I know that they can show me a good time and they can uplift me in the moment. Don't hang around with toxic people. Don't hang around with people that drag your energy or make you feel drained afterwards. But there are certain people out there where it is nice to enjoy their company, but then you just take them in small doses. So you have to adapt within yourself as a part of your self-confidence and faith in yourself so that you can make the right decisions to better your life. I see myself as a very confident person right now. I've got to a point in my life where I love and value myself enough to know that when I'm being mistreated, I need to assess the situation, protect and look after myself, and act accordingly. Whether that's separating myself from certain people or shifting the way that I let them in, I just make that decision within myself and I tap into that. So you need to get to a place where you're confident enough and you have a high enough self-esteem to have faith in yourself with that too. So how do we get there? Well, it takes practice. Firstly, it takes practice. So obviously we're always going to go through difficult times in our life, and one can hope that we can learn from those difficult times so that we can do better in the future. Secondly, another great tip is to mirror that person. If you notice that that person is backing away, don't push forward to try and almost crave that energy. People don't like desperate energy. People don't like people who are craving them. I feel like that is exactly the way to push someone further away, but not only to push them further away, it makes them respect you less. So you lose respect of the person that you're going towards, and this works with dating as well. You mirror them. If they're backing away a little bit, you can back away a little bit. If you feel like you want to see them, then you can message them to meet up, but if they're flaky or if they're not putting in any effort, don't keep messaging them. There is a world and there is a way to live where you don't resent people also. So that person may have upset you, that person may not want to be as close to you as you do to them, but you can send love their way and you can just accept that this is life and it's just the way it is, and you can love them from afar and they may come to you. The way to get respect in life is to value yourself enough to the point where other people see that, and the way that people see that is just you not chasing, essentially. And when you don't do that, people respect you. And when you're a good person, you attract those good people. When you're a good person and you focus on yourself and you're not chasing or drawing into people who are pushing you away, ultimately what will surface is the people that are meant for you. Another really great way to stop yourself from getting upset when you feel like people don't like you is to really tap into your passions and your hobbies. I have a certain friend group that I've been friends with for over 10 years, and I notice sometimes I get ignored more in the WhatsApp group, or I notice they like each other's Instagram posts more than they like mine. Like, that's me being really vulnerable, and I've spoken to my therapist about it because they're people I truly love, but I feel like aside from social media and WhatsApp, even in real life, they might meet up more with each other than they do with me. And so that always kind of hurt my feelings, and as I'm getting older, I'm trying to get stronger and better at adapting to those situations, but I'm only human. So no matter how much older I get, obviously I'm going to get upset sometimes. So the way that I've always navigated that situation is, instead of being like, oh, they're messaging each other more because they think each other are cooler or more interesting or more fun, or they just don't like me for whatever reason, or maybe they think they're prettier than me or whatever, you kind of go, well, I actually don't want friends that don't want to talk to me because I'm not as cool or not as pretty or not as achieving. You just have to love yourself enough to recognize that you don't want friends like that anyway. So when I tap into my hobbies and I go to the gym and I exercise and I focus on what I can control, which is my health, from what I eat to my mental health to what I consume, from books to TV to hobbies, when you're focusing and feeding into yourself, people and drama is so unimportant when you're thriving on your own. And naturally your people will come to you because humans are tribal creatures. So I fully understand that you're going to want to be a part of a tribe and a group. It's because back in the caveman days, apparently, we needed each other to survive. So if someone was exiled from the group, you would end up essentially dying because you came together. One person would hunt, one person would protect. You would protect each other. You would be in groups so that you can help each other survive. Back in the day, our ancestors. But now you have to almost undo those intertwined patterns that are ingrained in you and our genes from our ancestors, and recognize that we're not going to die if we're exiled from a group. But what we can strive for is still recognize that we're communal creatures and we do love community, and just strive to draw our attention more to the healthier people. Anyone that's healthy in your life, from family to friends, whatever it is. And if you feel like you don't have that right now, then you can hang out with cute, fluffy animals. Ooh, so cute. You can make friends online, you can message me, you can leave a comment. There's so many different ways that you can tap in that lovely, positive energy with human beings, and just don't give up. Don't isolate yourself. There is a world and there is a place when you put that thought out there and that action and you value yourself, where you will really create an environment of value around you through the people, through the quality of the people, through the quality of your experiences, to the quality of how you treat yourself. So I hope this video helped you guys, and please let me know in the comments section what more you want me to address, because I feel like it's a really, really interesting subject that I can delve into in like 5 different videos. But I hope you liked this video today, and as always, sending you love, light, and good vibes.